Stella meowed outside a house on a very, very cold night about 10 years ago, and she's still here. I'm Liv, and this is Stella's story for GeoBeats. It's possible that she was dumped in the fields behind the house and had to fend for herself for a couple of months. There was lots of snow and ice everywhere. We heard the meows. We opened the door, and initially it was like, oh, there's a cat. What do we do? I picked her up and held her close, trying to warm her up. She started to try to suckle on my earlobe. She was so cold. She was in bad shape and very sick. She was about 9 months old at the time, weighed just over 2 pounds. I like to say that she hired me as her chief of staff. That dogs have owners, cats have staff. What do you want? She had trouble keeping food down. We took her to the vet, and he said there was nothing physically wrong. Her system was just malnourished. It took her about 3-4 months to recover. Come here, Stella. She's incredibly sweet, sleeps on my lap a lot. She will demand snuggles and cuddles and is absolutely persistent. One of my favorite quirks about her is all of her toe pads are pink except for one that is black. And we call that her magic toe bean. Eliza was a rescue cat from Nashville Cat Rescue. Her background story is quite sad. She was rescued from a hoarder situation. The people left the property, but left all of the cats on the property. Eliza was 4 years old when we brought her home, and Stella was 6 at the time. I didn't want Stella to feel that suddenly her castle had a new occupant. I used an introduction technique that is also championed by Jackson Galaxy, where you feed the cats on opposite sides of the door and you let them get used to each other. The next step I took was give them treats. So I would push a treat under the door. So they would each have to put their paw under the door and try to get to it. And then the final step was the towels that were in their cat beds. I would switch them out on alternate days, so they would start getting used to each other's smell. The end of week 3 was the first time that they were both on my bed and snuggled up together, and they snuggle every day still. They are so close, they completely became bonded. One of their favorite games is getting me to open the door and then not come inside. It's possible that they do it on purpose. Ma'am, Stella has a habit of closing doors. She will go into the bathroom or into my wardrobe or any other hallway closet, and she will push against the door until it shuts. Did it happen again? What will happen is Eliza will sit outside that closet and start meowing and alert me to the fact that Stella's inside. Stella. I have never been as bonded with another animal as I am with Stella. She's going to be 11 years old, so she is a little bit calmer now than she used to be. She is my comfort animal. But when I have to travel for work, being in the hotel room, I'll find myself looking around the room going, oh, where's Stella? I regularly will just hold her close and tell her I love her. Animals come into our lives and they also leave our lives, and I want to make sure before that happens, I have filled all of the memories that I can make with Stella and be intentionally grateful for having her in my life.